you serious?
No hesitation on the shot. Ms. Rice feeling it. Make it 3 for 3.
And Ciolino, see you later.
Here's a chance for Syosset, and there's a shot and a goal!
Will Spare will take it all the way. Touchdown Seahawks.
The extra look and the goal! A gorgeous goal by
It is one of the most popular sports on Long Island, and now flag football has made its way to high school. It's the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week. We are at Kennedy High School in Bellmore for Hempstead taking on Bellmore Merrick in girls high school flag football. Well, hi again, everyone. I'm Peter Schwartz. Welcome to our first girls high school flag football broadcast here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. It is the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week, and we've got Hempstead taking on Bellmore Merrick. Hempstead, the visiting team, coming in, and we'll take a look at their roster. And they have some outstanding players on their team, and we have actually started the game right off the bat, so we don't get a chance. There's the start. There is the flag football roster for Hempstead, and when you look at their roster, their star player, number 13, their quarterback, Annalise Latour. She's an 11th grader, and we'll spend a lot of time talking about her today. And we'll get to Bellmore Merrick in just a moment, but we've got a second down here for Hempstead from their own 25. And as we go along, we'll tell you about some of the rules. There's a long pass downfield, incomplete. Back on coverage for Bellmore Merrick is Olivia Brill, a senior. Look at some of the rules for girls high school flag football. 48 minutes, 2 24-minute halves, 2 timeouts. There's a 25-second play clock, and here's the big difference between flag football and tackle football. Players may not initiate contact when avoidable. And you see some of the scoring situations as well in flag football. And here's a run as Latour keeps it herself, and she's going to have a first down and a lot more down the left sideline. And finally, the flag comes loose just inside what appears to be the 40-yard line. It's an 80-yard field, so the end zones are before the 10-yard area, before the end zone. So from the 10-yard line in towards the goal line is the end zone. So the ball is placed down actually at what would be the 43-yard line for tackle football, and it's a first down for Hempstead. The center is Giovanna Pierre, and we've got a whistle, and we've got a false start on Hempstead, and that'll march him back a bit. A false start is a 5-yard penalty, just like in traditional tackle football, so they bring it back just inside the 50-yard line. Again, that's Giovanna Pierre, number 11, the center, snapping it to Latour. And this time it's a handoff. Wendy Guzman down the left side, and the 11th grader, it's good yardage down close to the 40-yard line, making back some of that penalty yardage. Girls high school flag football on Long Island. A lot of thanks going out to the New York Jets for initiating this program, not just on Long Island, but also around the metropolitan area as well, specifically in New Jersey. And it was the New York Jets who funded this initial foray for girls high school football, flag football here on Long Island. We'll tell you more about that as we go along. And here is Latour throwing it down the field, and the pass is incomplete. It was intended for Janeda Bartley downfield. Talking to Bellmore Merrick head coach Anthony Krakow this week, and if that name sounds familiar, it should. He is the head coach at Mepham High School. This is a team, Bellmore Merrick, that is fed by 3 high schools, Mepham, Calhoun, and Bellmore JFK, and we'll tell you why that is the case after this snap. And here's a handoff in the backfield, and that is Gabrielle Jean-Baptiste, and she is brought down in the backfield. And when I say brought down, that's they grab the flag, and they march it back outside the 45-yard line to the 46. So there are not enough eligible players in one particular high school in the Bellmore Merrick area to field separate teams. So the 3 schools, Mepham, Calhoun, and Bellmore JFK, all feeding this Bellmore Merrick combined team that right now is on defense trying to get the ball for the first time. And they will here, because here's a punt down the field, and the punt is going to land just inside the 20-yard line, and that is where Bellmore Merrick will put it into play for the first time, and we'll take a look at the Bellmore Merrick roster. And talented young ladies up and down the roster, and our marquee player is the quarterback, Sophia Lespina, a junior, and if that name sounds familiar, again, it should, because she was the Mepham High School player that became the first girl to score a touchdown, and we're looking at it right now. She caught a touchdown pass playing for the Mepham tackle football team. There you see her number 11 there, and number 11 here playing flag football as quarterback. So we'll pay a lot of attention to her, Sophia Lespina, and she also plays cornerback on defense. The center, Sophie Orlich, snapping the ball, and there is Madeline Ryan getting the carry around the right side for a good gain. And the tackle by Janae Adams of Hempstead. And we've got second down. Bellmore Merrick in the dark uniforms going left to right here in the first quarter. Here's Lespina's pass, and it was broken up over the middle. That pass broken up by Janeda Bartley. We'll take a look at it again. Actually, the pass was caught, and it was a very quick tackle. So the pass was caught, and then it was Bartley who made the tackle. Here's Lespina, left-handed quarterback, throws it incomplete, intended for Gabrielle Hanlon. More on Sophia Lespina, a great arm, makes all the throws, can pull the ball and make people miss, with her legs. Great in coverage and tackling on the defensive side of the ball. So we've got second down coming up here for Bellmore Merrick. And there is a dropped handoff that makes it a dead ball automatically. The pass, the handoff was to Hanlon, but the ball hits the ground, and that is a whistle right away, no further play, and it'll bring up third down. No score here, first quarter. And here's some little trickery. Pass down the near side, incomplete. It was broken up by Maraxis Altamirano. And it'll bring up fourth down. Head coach of Hempstead, Nicole Drake, likes a lot of her defensive players, and a great job on that first defensive drive for them, forcing a punt here. And it's a good one, and the ball's going to land inside the 50-yard line. So a nice punt there by Madeline Ryan. And Hempstead will get the ball for the second time in this game. We are still scoreless. Talking again to Anthony Krakow, the head coach of Bellmore Merrick yesterday. He had no idea what to expect when they put this league together. in a very short amount of time, but he said it's been so much fun to coach these girls, and obviously it's something a little different for him, being the longtime head football coach at Mepham, and this is something completely different, and he has embraced it, and so has everybody else around Long Island and Nassau and Suffolk County at the start of this, and there are big expectations, and we'll talk about that as we go along too. This is the first of our 4 broadcasts that we have scheduled for you here at Varsity Media Sports Network. So first down here for Hempstead, and we've got a handoff around the right side. That's Guzman, and the tackle was made by Madeline Ryan in the backfield. So nice tackle there, as you saw in the replay. And we're going to look at it right here. Defenses in flag football can do just about anything. I mean, it's basically an open book, and that's where it really becomes, prudent for the offensive players to be creative. And here's a handoff in the backfield, and there was a lot of trouble. The handoff was to Shauna Johnson, and all kinds of blue jerseys back there to make the tackle, and it'll bring up third down. Ball spotted down just shy of the 40-yard line. Here's Latour's pass, and it's intercepted. Intercepted down the far side. That is Stork going down the left sideline, and she is brought down at around the 20. Take a look at that again. Long pass down the far side. And there you see the interception. And there you see, actually, that was Gabrielle Hanlon, 22, that makes the interception. Not Stork, that's Gabrielle Hanlon who brings that ball back. And now Bellmore Merrick in scoring position here. Ball down at the 20-yard line. Remember, the goal line is at the 10. It's an 80-yard field, so the ball spotted at the 20. The 10-yard line is the goal line on this field in flag football. Here's the pitch around the right side, and that is Seda Ducati, and she gets in for the touchdown. Luciana Seda Ducati. And it's Bellmore Merrick up on top 6-0. And now this is where we have some differences from the traditional tackle football game. So you can go for a 1-point conversion from the 3, 2 points from the 10, or 3 from the 20. And let's see. It looks like they are going to go for a 1-point conversion here. And here is Laspina, caught in the backfield, still has the ball, passes it far side, and let's see, is it enough? It is an extra point on the far side. The pass was completed to Seda Ducati, who scored the touchdown. And it's a 7-0 lead for Bellmore Merrick here in the first half. Again, it's 2 24-minute halves. 5-minute halftime, 2 timeouts per game, and a 25-second play clock. So on their second possession following the interception, it's Luciana Seda Ducati with the touchdown. She is a senior, plays running back and corner. Unmatched athleticism, leading rusher on the team. She is going to be going to Stony Brook to play soccer this fall. A dangerous weapon in all phases of the game and a terrific athlete. Join our team. Let Varsity Media help promote your business. Affordable rates, customizable packages to fit any budget. We will help grow your brand through our SPORTSCAST, 516-403-2050, or you can email Ben at varsitymedia.net. Contact us today to advertise. Well, it's 7-0 Bellmore Merrick here in the first half. The Orland & Cohen Game of the Week, girls high school flag football, here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And there's a tackle in the backfield as Haley Stork comes up with the big tackle, and it'll bring up second down for Hempstead. Haley Stork is a senior, plays wide receiver and linebacker. Loves to go sideline to sideline on defense, plays coverage on anybody on the field. Now Latour with the handoff on the far side. And again, that was Stork on the tackle. And the ball spotted down at the 29-yard line. So third down coming up here. And Elise Latour back to pass under a rush. Flushed out to the left. She's going to take off herself. And she lost the ball. The ball came loose. Let's see what she tackled. A couple of players blocking the view there, but she took off and the ball came loose. That's a dead ball. Both flags are still on. So it was a loose ball, the ball popping out of her hands. Let's take a look at it in replay. Oh, the ball was knocked out of her hands. I think that was Haley Stork, number 23 for Bellmore Merrick, who came over and knocked the ball loose. And it looks like now we've got a fourth down, punt formation here for Hempstead. And deep for Bellmore Merrick is Gabrielle Hanlon. There's the punt. And it's a short punt, and it's dropped, but it's a dead ball. It'll be Bellmore Merrick's ball right there on the 48-yard line. Going back to play it was Sophie Orlich. There is no risk of losing a punt in flag football. It's just a matter of how far you can return it. So a dead ball, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Bellmore Merrick, already with a 7-0 lead. Ball spotted down at the 46-yard line. And Sophia Lespina, the quarterback, taking the snaps from Sophie Orlich. In motion is Brill. And Brill gets the handoff around the left side, down inside the 45, and tackled. Flag pulled down at the 43, 44-yard line. See 3 officials in regular, traditional officiating uniform. And this is high school football, girls flag style, and this is the first year of this. And the indication is that this is going to grow next year. Here's a pass down the near side, set it to Ducati, and she gets down inside the 40, down to about the 35-yard line before the flag comes off. And the tackle was made by Janeda Bartley. But the anticipation is that you could go from 11 teams to 25 teams next year, and then eventually, just about every high school on Long Island will have a girls' high school flag football team, and it's the Jets and it's Nike behind the push for girls' high school flag football. Spina with the pass across the middle, and it is complete. And it was completed to Hanlon, the tackle made by Haley Monroy. Just a great opportunity for these girls to be able to play flag football. Another option for student athletes at various high schools across Long Island. You know, flag football has become so popular just from a local community intramural standpoint, and now it is getting a step closer to becoming a varsity sport with the introduction of this league. Lespina keeps it herself around the left side, and she's tackled just before the 25-yard line. And again, the tackle by Haley Monroy. That's the indication from a broadcasting standpoint who made the tackle. It's the person who has the flag in her hand. And the sportsmanship of handing it back to the player who you just tackled. Again, Sophia Lespina. Inside handoff around the right side. Let's see, that is Brill. takes it down towards the 20-yard line. Correction, that was Adriana Yema. Take a look at it again. And you see Yema down inside the 25-yard line, and the tackle made. And the tackle again by Hempstead. Laspina, pass down towards the 15-yard line, and it is complete. Pass was completed to Hanlon and quickly tackled right there at around the 15. Let's see where they spotted at the 18-yard line. Sophie Orlich at the snap it again. Laspina with the handoff to Madeline Ryan. Shy of the goal line and was tackled. Janeda Bartley again on the stop. Janeda Bartley, an 11th grader, also plays basketball at Hempstead High School. And she's made some nice tackles so far here in the first half. Laspina rolling out to her left. Pass is complete down towards the goal line. And let's see, no indication yet. Not a touchdown. Take a look at it again. And the pass is completed on the far side to Hanlon. Remember, everybody is eligible offensively, even the center, in flag football. And that is the challenge for the defense, to cover everybody. Everybody is an eligible receiver. Well, let's see. That was a fourth down play, the previous play. So now it is Hempstead's ball. And here's a long run. And that was Tajay Washington. And she brings it up close to the 30-yard line. We'll take a look at it again. It's hard to see the down signals from the officials. There are no sticks on the field that you would see in traditional high school tackle football. So we're just trying to get a look at the officials to get an indication of what the down is. So this should be second down. After the big gainer. And let's see, I think we have the official calling for a timeout, that perhaps maybe the flag was not properly affixed. Here's Annalise Latour with the handoff around the left side. Again, that is Tajay Washington. And she brings it up near the 40-yard line. Let's see where the flag came off. Tackle was made by Adriana Yema. Gives her back the flag. A lot of people around the Long Island high school sports scene feeling that a league like this was inevitable. Again, you talk about the number of kids playing flag football, and there is Wendy Guzman. It's a bad connection on the handoff, and she was able to hold on to it, but then it slowed her down and allowed the tackle to take place at around the 30. Again, the expectation is this will grow next year, and if it's not next year, it could be the year after, where girls high school flag football becomes a varsity sport on Long Island. And we've got a flag and a false start on Hempstead. That'll march them back 5 yards. The thing that Anthony Krakow, the Bellmore Merrick head coach, likes about this sport is that it takes the sport, back to the roots. And the girls are very receptive on learning the fundamentals of the game. Here's Latour in the backfield, flushed out to the left, takes off, runs down the left side, flag still there, and finally a tackle was made. A nice tackle from behind by Adriana Yema. But a big gainer there for Annalise Latour. And we'll take a look at this again. She's an outstanding athlete. And you watch her take off here, gets away from the pressure, comes down the left sideline. She plays quarterback, obviously, safety on this team, basketball player as well, a true leader. And told by head coach Nicole Drake, a wonderful kid, great personality, and a big leader on this Hempstead team. And now we've got another whistle. And perhaps the flag again. And I know the drill on this. My son has played flag football for a few years, and they will be very, very meticulous, the officials, to make sure that that flag is attached properly, because you want to make sure you don't have any unfair advantage. The defense has to have that ability, and there's no warding. Like, you cannot put your hand over the flag. Like, you have to be able to let the defense make the tackle. So you can't like put your hands on the flag and ward off the defense. It's all about making moves body-wise to try and evade the tackle. Clock now running again. And here's a handoff up the middle, up to about the 45-yard line. And that was Tajay Washington, the senior. Looks like it's third down for Hempstead from the 45. So it was fourth down. There's the punt by Maraxis Altamirano. And Bellmore Merrick is going to take over at the Hempstead 44-yard line. Altamirano helped up. And it'll be first down for Bellmore Merrick. And they have the 7-0 lead here in the first half. The official time is being kept on the field. Again, it is 2 24-minute halves, 5-minute halftime, 2 timeouts per game, and we have a 25-second play clock. So a lot of the timing rules are very similar to traditional high school tackle football. Bellmore Merrick off to a 2-0 start, and they are coming off a 40-0 win over West Hempstead on Saturday. So Hempstead hanging in there against this powerhouse team. Spina's pass to the near side to Brill, and Brill is brought down along the near side there by Janeda Bartley, and we've called her name a number of times already today. Ball spotted down at the 45, so it'll bring up second down. Lespina back to pass, under a rush, throws it far side, and the pass is deflected. A great play there to knock the ball away, as that pass was intended for Seta Ducati. That was Wendy Guzman, number 3, who makes that defensive play. Espina rolling to her left, now backpedals. Comes to the near side. She'll keep it herself around the right side, and the flag comes off. Another tackle by Janeda Bartley. She is having an outstanding first half on the defensive side of the field with another tackle. And that brings up fourth down here. Lespina rolling to her left, and she'll throw it far side, and the pass is complete, still going down towards the 15-yard line. Pass was complete to Adriana Yema. And looked like she had wide open field in front of her, and they get the first down. And it took, see who got the tackle there. It looked like that was Tashana Johnson, number 7, who got the tackle. A little razzle-dazzle here around the right side. That's Brill, and Brill is brought down just inside the 25-yard line. And again, guess who? Janeda Bartley makes the tackle. And we've got a timeout called by Bellmore Merrick. So head coach Anthony Krakow calls for a timeout here in the first half with Bellmore Merrick up by a score of 7-0. Bring your game to life. Varsity Media Sportscast, announcers, instant replay, multiple cameras, graphics, great for rival games, senior day, general promotion of your team. Contact us to book a sportscast, 516-403-2050, or visit varsitymedia.net. And we can get a look at that Bellmore Merrick group on the sideline. Anthony Krakow, the head coach, and he told me during the week, he's got 3 MEPM football players that are helping him as assistant coaches, and he said that is absolutely a godsend that he had that help from some of his players to be able to teach these girls the fundamentals of football. And you really do see a lot of similarities in terms of fundamentals from flag football and tackle football. And here's some razzle-dazzle on a throw towards the goal line, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashana Johnson. Gabrielle Jean-Baptiste, number 2, making that interception on the far side. So here was the snap, and the ball goes back to Lespina, and it is Gabrielle Jean-Baptiste making the interception, a point guard on the basketball team, and she is going to Farmingdale State this coming fall on a full scholarship. So the senior comes up with a touchdown-saving, perhaps, interception. And Bellmore Merrick's lead remains just 7-0. Gabrielle Jean-Baptiste, the senior, with the interception. And again, it's Hempstead with the ball, down by a touchdown, deep in their own territory, going right to left here in the first half. Latour, deep down the near side, and the pass is knocked away. The pass was intended for Gabrielle Jean-Baptiste, but it was knocked away nicely by Adriana Yema. Tremendous play to go back there to knock that ball away and prevent a long reception. Yema, a wide receiver, and as you can see, a corner, a knack for finding the ball on both sides of the field, leads the team in touchdown receptions, coming into this game with 3 and interceptions with 3, and she almost had one there, but they made a great play to knock the ball away. And here's a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Sophie Orlich makes the tackle on Annalise Latour. Sophie Orlich, the center on offense, and a linebacker on defense, a phenomenal blocker, team leader in tackles, and a great tackle there, as you just saw on the replay. Gets a congratulations from Sophia Lespina. And we've got a timeout on the field And let's see if that is indeed the end of the first half. It looks like that is the end of the first half here at Kennedy High School, and the score at halftime is Bellmore Merrick 7 and Hempstead nothing. We will be back with the second half. You are watching the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
It's back at Kennedy High School in Bellmore, and we are underway with the second half of this girls high school flag football game, the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week here in Varsity Media Sports Network. It's Bellmore Merrick on top of Hempstead 7-0 as we head to the second half. So the officials are holding up play here. Let's see. They're having a conversation there on the sideline where to spot the ball. Here comes another official. I guess they were just waiting for the other officials to come back on the field. So it's a 9-week season in the girls high school flag football league. And there will be county semifinals in Nassau and Suffolk on May 24th. County finals on May 27th. Those will be at school sites. And then June 4th, the Long Island Championship played at the New York Jets practice facility in New Jersey. And that is going to be some kind of event. So Bellmore Merrick has the ball first to start the second half. Here's a pitch to the near side for Sedicati. Sedicati takes it towards the far side up near midfield. And Bellmore Merrick on the move here, already with a 7-0 lead. Sophia Lespina at quarterback. And she gives the handoff along the near side again to Sedicati. And she's still got some room. Still on down the right side. And finally the tackle was made. And yes, Janeda Bartley may have saved the touchdown there with that tackle inside the 40-yard line. She is having one heck of a game so far here today. Spina getting the play in from head coach Anthony Krakow and his staff. Madeline Ryan in the backfield is the running back, and she's talking to Lespina about this play. Let's see what happens. And it's Lespina on the keeper. And the tackle is made in the backfield by Tajay Washington. And it brings up second down. Now on second down, Lespina barking out the signals. You think back to when she caught that touchdown playing for Mepham, how that changed her life. All the attention from the Jets having her out of the game, and there's a pass downfield that is incomplete. They're looking for Adriana Yema. But Sophia Lespina's life certainly changed that day, catching that touchdown. The Jets honoring her. You remember Jets head coach Robert Saleh came into one of his press conferences wearing a Mepham high school T-shirt. Joe Namath came to visit her at her home. He's an outstanding player, and it was a great, great moment for Long Island sports. And here's a pass downfield, and that's incomplete, and that was off the fingertips of Adriana Yema. And that'll bring up fourth down, a decision to make here for Bellmore Merrick. See if they can get to the cone for the first down. They're going to go for it here, it looks like. And here's a pitch on the right side to Sedicati. Now she reverses field to the near side. There's a penalty marker down. And she's got the first down if the play stands. Down inside the 30-yard line, but let's hold the phone here and see what the penalty is. Got an illegal block on Bellmore Merrick. It's going to come back, but what a great run here by Sedicati around the left side. There you saw the flag come in. So they're going to march this one back on Bellmore Merrick. Again, this is the first of our 4 scheduled girls high school flag football games here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. So much excitement about the introduction of this league, and it's only starting. And we talked about it in the first half about how the expectation is that this could balloon from 11 to 25 teams next year, maybe even become a varsity sport, if not next year, the year after. And if you listen to head coach Anthony Krakow of Bellmore Merrick, and you talk to some other people around the sports world on Long Island, within Section 8, Section 11 out in Suffolk County, and the expectation is that there will be a time when just about every school will have a girls flag football team, and this is going to eventually be a varsity sport. So after the penalty, it's a turnover, and there's a loose ball on the ground as Hempstead takes over. And it's a dead ball right there with the ball hitting the ground. Now here's a give around the left side. That's Tajay Washington. And she's brought down after maybe a modest gain. Just to clarify what we saw on the last Bellmore Merrick possession, if there is a illegal block, there is a loss of down. So that makes it a loss of down. It was a turnover on downs, and now Hempstead gets it back. So in traditional tackle football, that just would have been a redo of 4th down. But in flag football, it's a loss of down. So now Hempstead has it back, and there was trouble right from the start there. Gabrielle Jean-Baptiste was tackled in the backfield. Nice play there by Madeline Ryan. A running back and a linebacker for this Bellmore Merrick team, plays any position on the field. Excellent route running skills and ball handling skills. And you saw her make that tackle, and she is second on the team coming into this game with tackles and sacks. So it'll bring up 3rd down for Hempstead. Again, they're trying to get on the board here. It's actually a 4th down play, and there's the punt. A good one down the field, returned by Hanlon, and I think she may have dropped the ball there, and that's why it was down. Nice punt there by Maraxis Altamirano. So Bellmore Merrick gets it back here in the second half, and they have the 7-0 lead. We'll try to go to work. It's a game started very overcast with some rain, and now looks like the sun is peeking through a little bit here in Bellmore. The rain, I see some umbrellas. I don't know if the rain has actually stopped. That may make for some slick surface, and maybe that's why we have a low-scoring game, but good defense on both sides of the field. Lespina, pass over the middle, complete to Stork. Gets away from one tackle, but does not get away from Janeda Bartley, who makes another tackle over the middle. We'll bring up 2nd down. They're shy of a 1st down. Here's a pitch near side. Set it to Cotty. Reversing field, trying to go back the other way. And guess who makes the tackle? Janeda Bartley. As Seta Ducati had some room around the far side. But Bartley comes up, makes the tackle, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So 3rd down here for Bellmore Merrick as Sophia Lespina calls out the signals. Back to pass over the middle, complete to Stork. Up near midfield and a first down for Bellmore Merrick. We shy of the first down. They have three with the fist up in the air. It'll bring up fourth down. Did not get to midfield. So fourth down here for Bellmore Merrick with that 7-0 lead. And Laspina took it herself, dropped the football. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and Bellmore Merrick turns it over. And Kennedy will get the ball back and get another chance here to tie the game here in the second half. There are 4 zones on the flag football field. And those are the indicators as to where you can get the first down. So in order to have got the first down there for Bellmore Merrick, they would have had to get to midfield. And we've got a false start there on Hempstead on the right side of the line. That was Maraxis Altamirano just ahead of the play, and then I'll mark it back towards the Hempstead side of midfield. You see the official putting it is a puck, it's called a puck, and that is an indicator of where the offensive players have to line up and where the defensive players can actually rush across the line. Still alive there on the run is Tajay Washington. And she's got a first down into Bellmore Merrick territory down inside the 35-yard line. They mark it right at the 35. Oh, now they're saying she's shy, so it's a third down here for Hempstead at the 35. And again around the left side, and it's Tajay Washington, but the tackle is made behind the line by Sophie Orlich. And it'll bring up fourth down for Hempstead. Let's take a look at that again. Inside handoff around the left side. And Orlich came up to make the tackle. It'll bring up fourth down. Annalise Latour. Back to pass. Under a rush. Flush to her left. She's going to take off herself. Down inside the 35 to the 30. Still on her feet towards the end zone. Touchdown! Annalise Latour down the left sideline gets the Hempstead team on the board with 6. And it's now a 1-point game. Extra point pending. There she goes down the left sideline. Last-ditch effort there to try to make the tackle, but she's able to get in. And now they will go for the 1-point conversion here to tie the game. So they will go for 1. So the ball is spotted down on the 3-yard line. And now the official comes in, blows the whistle. Something doesn't look right to him. And now everything is settled, and we're going to have the extra point attempt here for Hempstead. And here's an inside handoff. Oh, that looks like trouble there around the left side. And making the tackle is Sophie Orlich. Making the tackle on Tajay Washington. So the extra point attempt is no good. And Bellmore Merrick maintains the lead 7-6 here in the second half. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll continue on with the second half. You are watching the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better.
Peter Schwartz back at Kennedy High School for the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Girls high school flag football. It's Bellmore Merrick on top of Hempstead 7-6. Here's Lespina's pass over the middle, and it is complete across the middle to Jamie Maroof. And it'll bring up second down across the 35-yard line to the 38. Lespina again across the middle. Stork makes the reception. Still on her feet. Tackle is made by Janeda Bartley. Stork went down as she tried to evade the tackle, but she's got a second down. It's a second down play. The official's got two fingers up in the air. So second down for Bellmore Merrick. Spina's pass across the middle, complete, and down the middle is Hanlon towards the end zone, and she is in for the touchdown. Lespina to Hanlon for the Bellmore Merrick touchdown, and it's 13-6. Hanlon breaking a couple of tackles, and then she was off to the races, and you saw the last-ditch effort there by Janeda Bartley. Tried to make the tackle, but Hanlon able to get in the end zone for the touchdown, and now they will go for the extra point. Pass into the end zone, and it's complete. Lespina hitting Adriana Yema for the extra point. And in the second half, it's Bellmore Merrick on top of Hempstead 14-6. Let's look at that extra point again. Perfect pass, left side wide open was Adriana Yema for the extra point. And it's 14-6 for Bellmore Merrick here in the second half. Coming up, SPORTSCAST, boys varsity lacrosse, St. Anthony's and Chaminade. And that is tomorrow here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Chaminade, St. Anthony's, Catholic League. And we'll have the SPORTSCAST right here for you on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Should be a good one. So here at Kennedy High School, it's Bellmore Merrick 14, Hempstead 6. After the touchdown and extra point, Gabrielle Hanlon and Luciana Sedudicati with the touchdowns for Bellmore Merrick. And here's an interception across the middle, and it's picked off, and it's Olivia Brill down, that is number 16, Adriana Yemo with the interception down the left side. And another touchdown for Bellmore and Merrick. Well, let's see. Did we have a penalty marker down? I think we had a penalty marker down, so that may negate the touchdown. Let's take a look. They're coming over to talk about it on the near sideline. Or perhaps she was tackled. Let's see. No, it's going to be Hempstead ball. So there was a penalty on Bellmore. There's two footballs on the field. One on the Hempstead side. Let's take a look. There was the pass down the far side, and it was intercepted. Maybe there was some contact there that there wasn't supposed to be, but it was Adriana Yema with the interception, and they are going to give the ball. They're going to say she was down. They're going to say Adriana Yema was down following the interception, so they spot the ball down at the 37-yard line. So it's going to be Bellmore Merrick ball. You can credit Adriana Yema for the interception. And Bellmore Merrick goes right back to work offensively with a 14-6 lead. Laspina's pass down the near side. It's broken up. Broken up nicely by Annalise Latour. And she is hurt. She may have jammed her finger breaking that pass up. The pass intended down the near side. Now let's see if we can take another look at that. But it definitely looked like Annalise Latour may have gotten hurt trying to knock that ball away. And staff out to take a look at her. It'll be a second down for Bellmore Merrick. And she's blowing on her hands there. Might have just jammed it on the football trying to knock it away. And she's going to hang tough and stay in the game. So now second down for Bellmore Merrick at the 37-yard line. Laspina is checking with Anthony Krakow on the play. And she'll run down the left side, tries to break away from a tackle, but cannot get further than the 35-yard line. And a nice tackle there. Let's see who that was. Was that number 6, Janae Adams? So it brings up third down here for Bellmore Merrick. Laspina's pass across the middle. It is complete to Henelin. And Henelin looks to have a first down on the reception. Let's see where they mark it. Another good pass by Laspina. Right across the middle. And there's the tackle made, but not before a big gainer. And let's see, we've got a whistle. The officials just making sure everything is in order. And they're still holding up play. And a first down here for Bellmore Merrick at the 25-yard line. Laspina rolling to her left. And the pass is complete down to the 10. Touchdown. Pass is complete to Gabrielle Henelin for her second touchdown of the game. And now Bellmore Merrick is rolling at 20-6. Look at it again. Laspina just waiting for Henelin to get open, and she does. And another touchdown for Bellmore Merrick. And they go for the extra point. Ball spotted down at the 3. Spina waiting for the play call to come in. Throws it towards the goal line, and it's caught. And it is caught for the extra point, and that is, let's see who caught it. I think it was Luciana Seta Ducati who made the catch. It was. And she flipped the ball to a teammate after she caught it, but she does get the extra point to make it 21-6 for Bellmore Merrick. And it was a close game, 7-0 at halftime. Hempstead got a touchdown, the long run by Annalise Latour. But now Bellmore Merrick has come back with 2 consecutive touchdowns, one off of a turnover. And they have expanded their lead to 21-6. Again, the first of our 4 scheduled broadcasts of girls high school flag football here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. This is the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week. We are at Kennedy High School here in Bellmore. Peter Schwartz with you. And as you can see on the bottom of your screen, the score of Bellmore Merrick 21, Hempstead 6. And now here's a handoff to Guzman around the left side. Still going, but finally a tackle on the far side of the field. And we've got a player down and injured down at around the 30-yard line. And the player's taking a knee. So while they attend to that, we'll step aside. Bellmore Merrick 21, Hempstead 6. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516.
Peter Schwartz back with you at Kennedy High School, and there you see the injured player, the Bellmore Merrick quarterback and cornerback Sophia Laspina, our marquee player, impact player in this game for Bellmore Merrick, and you see her helped off to the sideline. And it was a good sign that she was able to walk off on her own, but she looks to be in a little bit of discomfort, and we'll have to see if we can get an update on her status. But as of right now, she is on the sideline. Hempstead has the ball deep in their own territory inside the 20. Annalise Latour at quarter. The pass down the middle of the field is incomplete. Looks like it was Maraxis Altamirano who threw the pass. And that brings us to 4th down here for Bellmore Merrick. And I guess they have no choice here. They're down by 2 scores. They have to go for it here in the second half. That's exactly what they're going to do. And it is Altamirano playing quarterback again. And let's see, there was a snap. No one really seemed to know what was going on there. And they're going to respot the ball. So we'll just do that over again. I think there was some confusion as to how Bellmore Merrick was lined up maybe defensively. And now we're going to have a punt. Altamirano punts it down the far side, and it's going to flutter out of bounds. And it bounced at the 42, so that's where they're going to spot it. It's not where it eventually lands, it's where it first bounces. So Bellmore Merrick will have it in good field position. And they move it back a little bit, still at the 42-yard line. But Bellmore Merrick with a chance really to salt this game away if it's not already done at this point. And it looks like Sophia Laspina is back in the game. And she hands it off on the near side, and that is Sita Ducati. Still on her feet, reverses field, goes to the far side, down inside the 30-yard line towards the goal line, and she is in for the touchdown. Luciana Sita Ducati with her second touchdown run of the game. And we'll take a look at it again. Great job reversing field, cutting back to the far side, and down the right sideline, evades one more tackler right there, and scoots her way into the end zone for the touchdown. Tremendous performance here in the second half by Bellmore Merrick, blowing open a 1-point game, and now going for the extra point to make it 28-6. Sophia Laspina, the quarterback, this extra point. Throws it left side again towards the goal line, and in for the extra point is Gabrielle Hanlon, who had 2 touchdowns in the game, and she gets that extra point reception to make it 28-6 here in the second half. We'll look at it again. It just seems like, especially on the extra points, that pass to the near side by Laspina has been there for them the whole game. Now there's a discussion on the Bellmore Merrick sideline with 2 officials coming over. And now they're coming over to talk with Nicole Drake, the head coach of Hempstead. And she's not happy with something she may have seen on the most recent possession by Bellmore Merrick. There's 2 officials there, and there's Nicole with her 2 assistants behind her. I guess they're explaining. It's possible she may have argued that the receiver ran through the box in front. There's an imaginary box in front of the offensive line that you cannot run through in flag football. So that may have been what she was asking about, but in any event, it was a touchdown and an extra point for Bellmore Merrick. And now an official's coming over on the near side looking at his clock. So hard to tell exactly how much time is left in the game, but it is 28-6 for Bellmore Merrick. Hempstead to go back on offense here, trying to find the end zone one more time. And here's a pass down the middle of the field. It's intercepted by Adriana Yema. And she'll take it down the near side out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. Again, it was Alexis Altamirano, who's now playing quarterback for Hempstead. She threw the pass down the middle of the field. And there is the return by Adriana Yema, who has been very involved on both sides of the ball here today for Bellmore Merrick. A senior. A terrific game here today. And Bellmore Merrick will now get the ball back, and we'll see if they find the end zone one more time or they just look to wind down the clock here a little bit more. Ospina with the handoff. And there's contact in the backfield with Janae Adams meeting up with Madeline Ryan. And we've got an offsides on Bellmore Merrick. And that'll push the ball back. Those a play that didn't have much of a chance from the start. So an encroachment call. Offsides on Bellmore Merrick. And now Ospina takes it herself around the right side. And she is tackled by Janeda Bartley. Once again, Bartley, again, if you're looking at a player of the game for Hempstead, it is her. She has been very, very active throughout the game defensively. Many, many tackles. Ospina will put the flag back and be a third down play here for Bellmore Merrick. And if the score holds, they will extend their record to 3-0. Here's a pass down the near side, incomplete, just over the hands of Adriana Yema. And that'll bring up fourth down for Bellmore Merrick. Imagine with a 28-6 lead, they just might punt the ball back to Hempstead here. Let's see what they do. Ospina, back to pass, moving up. Now flushed out to her left, and tackled. And tackled by Tajay Washington, a senior for Hempstead. So that last play was third down. This is now fourth down. And Bellmore Merrick on a fourth down play here with Yema in motion. And we have a whistle. And on that foul, I guess, on that infraction, maybe they're calling it offsides there. I did not see a penalty infraction from the official. In any event, he calls a first down for Hempstead. He gave the first down signal for Hempstead. So the ball will be spotted down at around the 45-yard line. And again, Hempstead back on the offense here in the second half. So 11 teams playing girls high school flag football in this first year of this sport at the high school level, thanks to the support of the New York Jets and Nike. And here's a rush up the middle. They're able to Get the ball off to Guzman on the far side, up to midfield. Still a live ball carrier. And a big gainer there. So that was Tajay Washington. My apologies, not Wendy Guzman. That was Tajay Washington, the ball carrier, down inside midfield to around the 47-yard line. Now that's Guzman, who was brought down. And she was tackled by Sophie Orlich. And they wind the clock. Ball spotted down at midfield. Here's a pass down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Gabrielle Jean-Baptiste, and it hit the back of a Bellmore Merrick player, and it looked like it hit the back of Gina Petrone. I don't even think she was trying to make the defensive play. It just hit her in the back. And it looks like we have a timeout on the field. We'll take a break. Score in the second half, Bellmore Merrick 28, Hempstead 6. You're watching the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Varsity Media.
Back at Kennedy High School, here's a pass down the near side. Penalty marker comes down. Pass was completed to Tajay Washington. Down about the 30, but there is a penalty marker down on the field. And they will sort this out. It's been Maraxis Altamirano playing quarterback here for Hempstead. You'll recall playing defense. Hempstead's quarterback, Annalise Latour, broke up a pass, and it looked like she had jammed her finger. So I'm guessing that is the reason why she has not been a quarterback the last couple of possessions for Hempstead. So they marked this off on Hempstead after the completion. And it's a fourth down play here for Hempstead. Pass down the near side, bounces, hits the ground. And that will be a turnover on downs for Hempstead. Bellmore Merrick will get it back. A lot of smiles on the Bellmore Merrick sideline and in the huddle as they are going to improve to 3-0. And now the Bellmore Merrick club over to their sideline to get some words. Let's see. Heard a whistle. And looks like they're going to change up some personnel. Looks like Isabel Gauthier is in the game now for Bellmore Merrick. Still Sophia Laspina at quarterback. Remember, she was shaken up a little earlier here in the second half. Throws over the middle, incomplete. She was looking for Gauthier. And it'll bring up second down. A maiden voyage for us here at Varsity Media Sports Network with our first girls high school flag football broadcast. We thank you for spending part of your day with us watching this. And it's been a great thing for girls sports on Long Island. Here's a completed pass to Gauthier. She makes the reception across midfield, so she gets her first catch of the day. A great thing for girls sports on Long Island, the advent of this league, and it's only going to grow from here. Spina's pass near side, incomplete. Oh, it was intended for Veruso, and she almost collided there with Gabrielle Jean-Baptiste. So that will bring up second down for Bellmore Merrick. I'm talking to head coach Anthony Krakow of Bellmore Merrick during the week. It was just hard for him to contain his enthusiasm over being involved with this. There is a handoff by to Seta Ducati, and she's brought down behind the line. And that is going to do it. That was the final play of the game. The final score, Bellmore Merrick 28, Hempstead 6 here at Kennedy High School in Bellmore. And now the teams will line up to shake hands. And we thank you so much for joining us on our first girls high school flag football telecast here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. This has been a Varsity Media production. Executive producer Ben Turchin, technical director Chris Sweeney, camera operators Becca Kazaks, and also Michael Verdi. I am Peter Schwartz. For our entire crew, thanks for watching girls high school flag football. It has been the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week on the Varsity Media Sports Network.